In the middle of wide open land, where silence carries further than words, stands a structure that refuses to choose what it wants to be. It is not simply a home. It is not simply a garage. It is both, and it is more. This is the Automotive Atelier Barndominium, a place where metal meets memory, where horsepower hums beneath the same roof that holds laughter, family, and dreams. It is not built from plans alone. It is built from passion, poured into steel beams and warm timber, like two worlds stitched together with care. From the outside, it appears simple. Straight lines, tall walls, quiet steel reflecting the sky. But step closer, and you feel something different. A pulse, as if the building itself breathes with the rhythm of creation. Inside, life unfolds in unexpected ways. Morning light spills across concrete floors, touching both a breakfast table and the hood of a polished classic car. To live here is to live beside what you love, to blur the line between dwelling and dreaming. This barndominium is not a compromise. It is a statement, a declaration that life and craft, comfort and creation can coexist. That walls do not divide, they connect. And so, the Automotive Atelier is more than architecture. It is an idea, a reminder that home is not just where you sleep. It's where your passions come alive. Because in this place, every sound matters. The laughter of family, the echo of tools, the low growl of an engine starting in the early dawn. All of it is life. All of it belongs. This is not just shelter. This is not just space. This is freedom. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button because it's a simple way to show your love for these incredible designs. It began as a dream, half barn, half studio, all ambition. But unlike the barns of old, this one was never meant for hay or livestock. It was forged for something louder, faster, alive with motion. It was built for horsepower. Out here, where fields stretch endlessly and time feels slower, the structure rises with quiet confidence. Steel beams catch the light, rustic wood softens their edges, and together they tell a story of balance, strength and warmth, function and soul. Imagine this. You wake before the world stirs, barefoot against the cool touch of polished concrete. You step into the open space, and instead of a dining room table, your eyes fall on a familiar curve of metal, a car you've loved for years. It waits for you like an old friend, silent, patient, ready. This is not a house that separates living from loving. It doesn't hide work away in a garage at the edge of the property. No, here, life and craft are woven into the same fabric. The lines blur until they disappear. Every window pulls the outside in. Fields rolling into view. Sunlight pouring across surfaces that gleam not just with design, but with story. This place was never about walls or roofs. It was about creating a home where identity is not shut away, but celebrated. The Automotive Atelier Barndominium is not about excess. It is about purpose. It is a place where dreams wake up with you, where steel and soul share the same air. A reminder that the truest homes don't just keep us safe, they keep us alive. We share new content regularly to help you create spaces you love, so don't forget to subscribe. From a distance, it whispers simplicity, a quiet silhouette rising from the land, its lines clear, its form unassuming. Corrugated steel, blackened beams, glass that seems to borrow its light from the sky above. To the passerby, it could be mistaken for something ordinary, a barn, a workshop, a shell. But step closer, and the details reveal themselves. The steel doesn't stand cold and lifeless. It gleams with intent, strong enough to endure time, storms, seasons. Against it, wood rests in warm contrast, softening edges, reminding us that even the hardest structures need a touch of soul. Every joint, every shadow, every texture feels deliberate, like notes in a song where no sound is wasted. Nature leans into it, too. Grasses press gently against steel walls, sunlight plays across glass panes, and in the quiet of evening, the whole building seems to exhale with the rhythm of the land around it. Sharp lines meet soft fields. Strength meets silence. But here's the question: why? Why would anyone design a home this way? Why build walls that hold not just beds and tables, but engines and machines? At first glance, it seems impractical, even indulgent. And yet, when you stand before it, the truth settles in. This is not architecture for utility alone. It is architecture born of passion, a space shaped not by what was expected, but by what was loved. Because for some, cars are not just machines. They are memories. They are motion. They are a piece of the soul made tangible. And so, this exterior is more than a facade. It is an invitation, a promise that what waits inside is not separate from life, but part of it. If you found this video inspiring, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Your support means to me, and it helps keep the design ideas coming your way. Step through the wide sliding doors, and the air itself seems to change. Clean, open, charged with possibility. It's as though the building exhales the moment you enter, inviting you into its rhythm. To the left, the living quarters, warm, welcoming, designed for comfort and rest. To the right, the atelier, a workshop, but more than that, a sanctuary where imagination is welded into steel, where creation takes form in the glow of light and the hum of machines. Every corner feels intentional, not just a place to live in, but a place to breathe, to dream, to build. This isn't a house that holds life in one hand and passion in the other, keeping them apart. No, this is a place where the two are bound together, inseparable. A family doesn't just live here, they live with their craft. Dinner happens within sight of engines. Conversations drift between daily plans and the next great idea. The ceilings soar above you, giving space for both thought and creation. Light pours down in golden sheets, filling every surface with energy, refusing to leave a shadow untouched. It feels less like a garage and more like a cathedral for the mechanical soul, a space where steel and spirit coexist without conflict. The blend is seamless. A kitchen counter flows into a drafting desk. A leather sofa rests only steps from a toolbox. Yet it never feels out of place, never feels divided. It feels whole. Inside this atelier, life and work do not collide. They complement. They echo each other in quiet harmony. And for those who step inside, the realization comes quickly. This is not just a home. It is a heartbeat made visible, a dream given walls. If you love this type of look, hit that subscribe button to help us create more videos. And let us know in the comments what you'd love to see in future videos. This is more than architecture, more than walls and beams. It's a canvas, painted not with colors, but with lives. With the stories of people who refuse to draw a line between who they are and what they love. For some, cars are just machines, metal, fuel, noise. But for others, they are memory. The echo of a father teaching a child how to turn a wrench. The motion of youth, when the world felt faster, brighter, limitless. The soul of journeys made, milestones marked, dreams carried on four wheels. Here, those stories live within the walls. Blueprints sprawl across tables, sketches curl at the edges, grease-stained hands trace the shape of ideas until they become real. And in the same breath, family dinners unfold nearby, plates set, laughter rising, while polished classics rest in the background like silent guests at the table. The atelier becomes a stage. Every design session plays out with the hum of tools. Every late-night repair becomes a scene of focus, determination, even love. And every Sunday breakfast, simple, warm, familiar, happens under the same roof that shelters chrome and steel. There is no separation here. Work and life, passion and rest. They intertwine, sharing the same air, the same light, the same heartbeat. What might look unusual to some feels entirely natural to those who live it, because this place was not built to fit an expectation. It was built to honor a way of being. And so, the Automotive Atelier is not just a home. It is a living story, a reminder that passion is not something to leave behind at the door, but something to carry with you, always, in every part of your life. But here's the question. Is this a home with a garage, or a garage disguised as a home? The lines are blurred, intentionally so. A kitchen counter set beside a drafting table. Leather couches sharing space with tool racks. The smell of coffee drifting into the scent of oil and steel. At first, it seems impossible. Two worlds colliding, refusing to compromise. And yet, when you're here, it feels natural. It feels whole. Not divided. Not competing. Complete. It stirs something deeper, doesn't it? Because this isn't just about architecture. It's about identity. What does it mean when a house isn't just where you live, but where your very self breathes? When the walls don't only hold your furniture, but your passion, your craft, your essence. Most homes are designed to separate, to give each part of life its own neat little box. Work here, rest there, play somewhere else. But this place, it refuses separation. It blends. It insists that life is not a series of compartments, but a single, unbroken thread. In this atelier, every detail whispers that truth. The hum of an engine echoes into the laughter of a living room. The drafting pen shares its rhythm with the sound of dinner being prepared. Even silence feels fuller here,